Morning, church. I want to take a moment to share my testimony, not about what God brought me out of, but brought me through. I want to talk about what He taught me along the way, and as I share my testimony, I pray that whoever's listening resonates with my testimony, with my story, because my testimony is here for a reason. I hope this encouraged you to use your voice to speak up and out about whatever you're going through in your life, because God put challenges in our lives so that we can help others. But most importantly, I want to tell you guys that not only did I learn more about who God is, but I learned more about myself, about being more creative, more passionate, more confident, and most importantly, more faithful. I'll be coming from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 11, verse 24-25. If you're able, please stand. I'll tell you, you can pray for anything, and if you believe that you received it, it will be yours. But when you are praying, first forgive anyone you are holding a grudge against, so that your Father in heaven forgive your sins too. Today, I'll be speaking about how memory is a witness, not a warden. You may be seated. In the world we live in today, we are often told to forgive and forget. But what if I told you to forgive and remember? Because memory is a witness, not a warden. Our memories are part of our reason our testimonies can be shared. If we forget everything God brought us out of, how can we share our testimony? How can we show people that God is real? How can we show people that God is there with us every step of the way? Our memory is the reason why we're here today, because we remembered how God brought us out of so many situations. How can we testify about what God brought us through? Allow the memory of your hurt to be a witness to what you survived, because a lot of us survived a lot of things. How can you express to other people that you are a survivor? But the biggest thing is, we have to learn to follow the Creator and not the created. The created is made by the Creator. So why would we follow something that is created instead of who the Creator is? God calls us to forgive, but forgiveness doesn't mean pretending that something didn't happen. Forgiveness is not to, satisfy other people. It's to overcome what's going on in your heart. Forgiveness is not something you just hand out. It's something you just, about the person who hurt you, and it's about freeing yourself from that control that hurt has on you. Sometimes we are put in a cage when the door's open all along, and all you have to do is forgive. Some of us take a long time to forgive other people, and sometimes it's because we're holding grudges. And some of y'all probably do that. But it's okay. I'm here to tell you about it. If you carry the bitterness and anger and resentment, you will allow what yesterday control you what happens today. Yesterday was the past. Today is the present. And that's why we call it the gift. Forgive those who hurt you, but remember what the experience taught you. Remembering doesn't mean holding a grudge. It doesn't mean seeking revenge, but it's letting go of what God is going to handle in your life. If something is still going on in your life, ask God, is it a lesson that I need to be taught? I remember someone told me that I was the reason for someone else's pain. And for years I believed it. And it took me a long time to forgive that person. But then when I finally forgave that person, I realized it released a lot of emotions and hurt in my heart. I can't let my heart get hardened by someone that will never understand the gift God has on me. It reminds me of how Jesus continued to preach to people. Even when people disagreed or hated him, he still did it because he loved us. He made the ultimate sacrifice. But who am I? Who am I to be above God? And I can't forgive. That's why we have to understand the gift of forgiveness. I'll never forget what they done to me, but you have to also think about it. Sometimes we go through hurt for a lesson in our life. Sometimes we have to go through certain things so that we can grow as a person. Sometimes we have to go through things because we're just not listening. Forgiveness is not about the person who hurt you. But some people feel like it is. You're forgiving, because that person hurt me, I might as well forgive them, for their sake. But it's not about them. It's about you. You have to release what's on your heart. You can't let other people stop you from what God has you for. I am guilty. Some people want to be a people pleaser, or they want to show people like they are enough. But what if I told you God told you you're enough? I know a lot of us felt like that sometimes and feel like we have to prove ourselves to people. But why would you want to prove yourself to the created instead of the creator? I want to start with my first point. Remembering shows the goodness of God. If you erase everything from your mind, how are you going to love your neighbor if you're purposely erasing what they've done to you? How can you understand to love someone that hurt you if you're just going to forget about everything that happened? I think God gives us memory so that we can always remember what God brought us out of, how he brought us in, and how some of us, how stupid we were. Remember how gracious God was in your life during that time. I have forgiven so many people. I'm a pretty nice person. But as they say, the best teacher is experience. And we have to experience things because some of us won't know what God is telling us if it knocked us in the head. If you sit around forgetting about how God brought you out of a situation, you're just forgetting about the power of the God. Why would you forget what you've been through? God is so amazing, but yet people still refuse to believe in him because of worldly things. That's why we can't, conform to worldly things, because the way the world is right now, we can't trust everybody. That's why we have to have discernment, because a lot of people will speak into your life and they don't need to be. A lot of people give us advice about life, and they don't need to be. Sometimes you can listen to the advice, because, people like hearing themselves talk. You can listen, but you don't have to follow it. It's about understanding your mind. Are you willing to continue to have a childlike mind? Or are you willing to grow in maturity? I know some of us want to stay relevant in all the trends, be on TikTok and Instagram. I know I'm guilty of it. I know some of y'all saw that video of me falling on the chairs. It was just for the video. I don't do that in real life. I feel like God is supposed to use me in some people's lives to see a glimpse of themselves in me, if that makes sense. I want to be the light in other people's lives so that they understand that I am evidence of God's grace, God's blessing. Some people will try to bring you down and shake you, but you can't be shaken. And you can't let people talk you into being someone you're not. Some people, especially in high school and middle school, elementary school, young people, you can't listen to what other people are saying about you. It's not true, and you have to turn a blind eye to it. When you go back to school, be the leader, not the follower. Only be a follower when you follow in Jesus. A lot of young people these days feel like they have to prove that they're, relevant, especially on social media. But don't let social media fool you. It's fake. Fake. Believe it. People will show you one side, but what about the other side? Some people are living a double life. A double life. Probably triple. Another topic I want to speak on is don't follow the customs of this world. People will remember, hold grudges, and stay angry. But why? Why would you stay angry and bitter? Now you're the one blocking God's blessings because you're angry. And the other person is probably living their life in Hawaii. But if you spend so much time worried about other people and the negative things in life, you'll miss out on the biggest blessing, that God woke you up this morning. God found purpose in your life to wake you up. And from personal experience, it hurts when people come and go out your life, but just remember, every person in your life is either a lesson that you need to be learned. Sometimes we have to be the student instead of the teacher. Even if we're, the oldest or the youngest. Sometimes we have to hear the truth from people, or we'll never understand what honesty really is. If you're not willing to change yourself to get closer to God, I guess forgiveness is kind of pointless. If you're not willing to change for God, when are you going to start changing? You can't wait till the perfect moment to finally decide, I'm just going to follow God, 2 weeks from now. That sounds about right. Put my 2 weeks in notice, let him know I'm on my way. Can't do that. Can't do that. You got to be able to follow God here right now, because tomorrow is not very promising. That's why it is called a mystery. You'll never know what's going on tomorrow, but that's why you have to understand the gift of today. And that's why today is a gift, because God blessed you with another life, another day, another year. I'm witness. And people, I think the biggest thing for me was I allowed people to talk in my life, and I didn't need to listen to them. You feel like you have to please everyone, and some people are just going to be who they are and not change at all. And that's none of my business. But sometimes you have to be mature and just sometimes walk away. Walk away, live another day. You can't worry about everybody else, because when you go up to them pearly gates, God ain't gonna ask about who such and such was doing. He gonna ask what you were doing. You can't sit here and allow people to bring you into a place of misery, because misery loves company. And I'm not trying to keep misery company. That's okay with me. I don't want to do that. A lot of people don't understand that even the nicest people are miserable, and they use their innocence to get over on you. because they were like, oh, I'm just the nicest person in the world. No, you're not. That's why you have to have discernment. Be careful who your friends are. And sometimes you have to be careful about family members, because the ones that are closer to you will hurt you the most. And that's the biggest thing why forgiveness is so big in my heart. Because someone very close to you can hurt you, but you have to stand up and still carry on with your life and not let them bring you down. While you're sitting here depressed and you're not eating, they don't care. They really don't care at all. Another moment I want to talk about is, the way young people think suicide is always the answer, and it's not. People will tell you you deserve to die, and you don't. God didn't create you for you to end your path there. In 5 years, it's not going to matter. No one's going to care. You're probably not even going to remember. You have to really pray about what's going on in your life. Prayer changes everything. But you can't let the devil control your mind. You can't let it seep into your heart. Because I don't want to see no black hearts around here. And I hope you guys in the front are listening. When you go back to school, eeny, meeny, miny, moe, all of you better listen. I'm speaking from the truth. I was in school for a long time. Yeah, people will pretend to be your friend and then stab you in the back. But you can't let that shake you. You got a light on your life, and you can't let these people bother you. You do what you gotta do. And if you gotta walk away from some people, do it. I should have walked away from a lot of people, but I didn't. Even when the cycle continues, you just see a pattern. Don't get to a point where there's a pattern happening. If you notice it the first time, they're showing who they really are. If you showed them who you are and they're showing who they are, don't be trying to stay keeping their friend. They do not deserve to be your friend. And people will stand in your face and be so nice to you and then talk dirty about you later. In my book, you can talk all you want about me. I know who I am. God knows my heart. I don't gotta prove myself to nobody but the Lord. I just hope that all the young people in here really understand the gift of forgiveness. For real. I was, a teenager once upon a time, probably like 20 years ago, Let me stop. I'm in my prime. When people make choices and decisions, sometimes it could hurt us. Sometimes we have to get over it. But it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be affected by their decisions. It doesn't mean that what someone else is doing should affect what God has for you. Sometimes circumstances happen that we never asked for, we never expected. But even when God is not the source of the pain, or you never thought that God will bring you to this pain, he can still use the pain to help you develop wisdom. And I think the biggest thing we all need is wisdom, because there's a lot of false prophets out here. they be rah Jesus, and they be talking nonsense. Like, if they on the street waving their flag and stuff, be careful. Especially in Virginia Beach. God can use your pain to strengthen your faith. I mean, God put us through a lesson, right? We might as well be ready for the test. As Pastor Dean said, are you willing to pass the test? We must be willing to be the student, because I know for me, I was so focused on trying to teach other people about God when I needed to take a step back and let God teach me. He's still teaching us, teaching me. And we have to recognize that we're not ready to stand in a position of being a teacher, because there's something we all still need to learn. How can I use this to teach somebody else? Sometimes we ask ourselves. But instead, God, what are you teaching me through this? That is why I believe we should forgive and remember. Forgive so that bitterness doesn't control you. And if you let it control you, well, it didn't happen to me, so I don't know what to say. But don't let it happen to you, especially you guys in the front. Just saying. School's rough, especially high school, middle school. You want to hang out with the popular kids. In about 5 years, they won't matter. They won't matter. Everybody be living their life. You doing your thing, they're doing their thing. And I think the biggest thing is don't be jealous about what you see that's going through in other people's life. Because you don't have the full picture. You just have just a sketch. When it's fully painted and you really see it, that jealousy will probably disappear. Forgiveness can move you forward in life. I am a very hard person to be angry. And you have to also remember to not be quick to anger, because anger can make us do things that we don't want to do, say things we don't want to do. And we have to understand that forgiveness is about setting free what God is going to handle. We can't let the devil tell us one thing. Like, I know there's the thing on the shoulders, like there's one here, one there, but you just gotta look up at the sky and be like, God, help me. Don't lose the lesson that God is trying to teach you. Always remember, it is a witness to your testimony. I'm an example, and I know all of you guys are an example. Some of us did not want to be here today. Some of us wanted to give up years ago, maybe yesterday. But I just want to say, I thank God for each and every one of you here right now. I'm glad to see your children in the front. I'm glad to see y'all, and y'all beautiful. Y'all so beautiful. Y'all right here in my heart. I'm really blessed to see all these faces. And I'm glad you're still here. I mean, if you weren't here, I wouldn't see you beautiful faces. Hey. I think the biggest blessing in my life is understanding that God is not a God of confusion. And if you ever feel doubtful, you just gotta pray about it. And I know sometimes people be like, oh, just pray about it. But it's true. Pray. There's no wrong or right way to pray. I think the biggest thing is God just wants to hear your voice. See, you haven't called, picked up the phone, talked to God in a long time. Y'all know how to call everybody else. Make sure you call on Jesus. Memories are a witness to a lot of things. Don't put yourself in a cageless prison because you think or assume that this is what people want for you. And it's not true. People want you to do things and they want you to follow in a path that they want you to follow. But most of the time, it's just people telling you what they always wanted to do, and they want to live through you. So, there's that. I do want to say a closing prayer. So, everyone bow your head, close your eyes. Dear Heavenly Father, I come before you with a heart full of questions, uncertain of the intricate design of your heart, of your plan for my life. I may not grasp the full purpose that you have intricately woven in me, but what I do understand is the profound and transformative gift of forgiveness you have bestowed upon me. I will hold on to this truth, cherishing the reasons behind my choices to forgive in the depth of grace that forgiveness brings. Because God, I'm not higher than you, and I choose to forgive, to set myself free, to be closer to you. In a world where societal norms may twist and distort the essence of forgiveness, I resolve to maintain a clear vision rooted in your teachings. I will not allow the fleeting opinions of others to sway my understanding. I choose to remember the challenges I face, for each one is a reminder of your unwavering presence in my life. You lead me through struggles that often feel insufferable, helping me in ways that surpass human understanding. And for that, I choose to remember. While some may advise to forgive and forget, I take a different path. I choose to forgive and remember. To forget your goodness, God, would leave me adrifted in despair, but instead you sought me out. You have restored my spirit, mended my brokenness, and offered healing that transcends my circumstances. So, Lord, I ask you to guide me to a place where I can share my testimony, so we all can share our testimony, one that resonates with the themes of healing, forgiveness, and the undeniable goodness you manifest in our lives. Your hurtful experiences, memories, and moments have made all of us stronger, wiser, and so much better. Because God sees something in all of us that you may not see in yourself. And it's not something that you have to look in a mirror to look for. That mirror's not going to show you what God has for you. So forgive those who hurt you. Keep in mind what they said and did. Your memories can help you share your testimony, and your testimony can save lives. There's no right or wrong way to tell your story. Your experience is uniquely yours, and it is something you will always remember. If you forget, you may never understand what God placed you where you are today. Forgiveness says, I release what you owe me. Memory says, I remember what this taught me. I don't have to put myself back into the same situation. Your memory was never meant to become your prison. Let memory be a witness and not your warden. Amen.